Melissa's husband and Killian's father was given morphine today to die in a numb manner so he wouldn't have to feel his torture and his suffering anymore through economic conflict, violence, and murder. When we started this morning, I talked about the one about cleaning toilets, that commercial. Yeah. Remember old Obama running against Mitt Romney? There's lies, damn lies, and there's statistics, right? And some people don't like massages because it makes them very uncomfortable. I'm one of those type of people. Okay? Unless it's my wife. I'm going to get sexually aroused, and I'm all right with that because it's my wife, right? But somebody I don't know and paying them money to touch my body in a sensuous manner, no, I don't like it at all. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not a spa treatment type person. I will not pay people money to touch me in a sexual manner to relax me. No. Okay. My wife, great. Okay. But it's not always like in a sexual manner. Sometimes it's just to help you loosen. It's just like an act of compassion or mercy, like your mom or someone will do it for you. But paying somebody money, a stranger to do it, no. It's intimate to be touched that way, and I don't want to be touched that way by somebody I don't intimately know. Money isn't real, and I'm disgusted by the conflict over it. I think it's vile and disgusting, and I despise it with all my being, right? And puppies, cleaning a toilet to keep yourself from getting sick would make you more comfortable with most people than a puppy that comes along and nips or jumps on you. Okay. Playing with puppies, sometimes they will nip you. Bosco used to nip me, he used to bite me. And they get a little rambunctious and they jump on you and they scratch and they have, So playing with puppies and getting a massage and playing video games, fuck. Okay. Is it more fun? It's more relaxing to clean a toilet than it is to play, I don't know. Let's ask James Bordeaux. James, how many controllers have you thrown across the room playing video games? But how many times have you picked up the toilet brush and thrown it across the room because it frustrated you when you were cleaning the toilet, right? Feeling salty, James? I like James. He's a fun kid. But do you know what I'm saying? And so you guys got to understand there's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. Okay? Like when Donald Trump got up and read that book about tariffs. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. These are cooked books. These are different economic engines meant to manipulate their populace to make them feel safe and secure and taken care of. Now, this war was set up by political cooperation of genocide operations. It's not cooperation. I won't call it cooperation. That's horrible. Genital herpes. This trade war, this election was set up. Okay, it was orchestrated by people, not to hurt. My dad says it all the time. Governments they pretend to quarrel to agree to plunder. That's politics. They pretend to quarrel to agree to plunder. Okay. It's been this way. Okay. If you don't understand the Nuremberg trials. You don't understand the Geneva Conventions. You don't understand the Paris summits. You don't understand anything. You don't understand what you're learning and what you're being taught at Stanford, Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard. Tuppence, feed the birds. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. Now, birds feed themselves. And the better you treat the ecosystem and have less toxic environments, okay? What causes bird flu, okay, is toxins in the environment that are still being used for genocidal operations through economic conflict. Okay? So it's not that hard. Okay? I am a better scientist than most scientists. In a lot of science, I know better than you. You won't stand up to save people from genocide because you're afraid of being killed. Life is eternal and grace is infinite. I am a better scientist than scientists. Okay, do you understand? Economics? No, I'm a good resource management person. I understand resources and how to manage them so people live kind, faithful, caring, strong, loving lives with the wealth of true fellowship. Okay? I hate listening to songs, well, the weak ones fade and the strong ones, what? No, aggressive, pathetic, disgusting murderers are not strong. Okay. And kind people being murdered by them are not weak. Okay. Weak is, I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak, I lose all control. There's something comes over me, can't explain why your love, it makes me weak. I can. You've got those little ways to hurt me, you just know how to tear me up, leave me in small pieces on the ground. My first wife was homosexually abused by economic conflict when she was young and abused horribly because of her. She was light-skinned and the black people treated her worse than the white people. She had a horrible life. And she came to me for shelter, and I told her, I can try, but it's going to be very difficult, and you're going to have to work with me. And she couldn't. It was too hard for her. All right. And when things wouldn't work out the way she wanted, and I would try to talk her to it and says, because this person's being an asshole, that person we don't have to be assholes to each other. She would sit there, I'm sorry I married you, you limp dick, sorry pervert, having sex with you is terrible because you're a pervert male and you have an orgasm and I don't and I hate you and you're a disgusting pig. Then 10 minutes later, she'd come up and say, do you want to get some dinner and get romantic and have sex? And I was like, no. Okay, girl, no. If I said to you what you said to me, and I came up to you 10 minutes later and said, hey, honey, you want to have sex? What would you say to me? Okay. And then she'd get mad at me all the time. And she says, it's like being married to a cross between Jesus and Spock. I was like, it's not working because every time we have sex, you don't act like Jesus or Spock. I'm just kidding around, but it wasn't her fault. No, it was John Hall and his buddies, my best friend in the service, his dad and his buddies at the Pentagon, fucking with us because they were jealous of my romantic and romantic and sexual reputation. How can a white guy with a 5 3/4-inch penis be better in the sack than a black guy with a 9-inch penis? It just doesn't make any sense. All black men with 9-inch penises should be better in the sack than white men with 5 3/4-inch penises. Well, if the white guy loves you and tells you he loves you and makes you feel loved because he does love you, and the black guy says, take the dick, bitch, I'm going to go fuck the next door neighbor too. Unless the bitch is crazy enough to like that, the 5 3/4 guy is going to be a better lover than the 9-inch dick fucker, okay? But, what I always tell these 9-inch dick fuckers is the moment we're living the Lord's Prayer, you get to fuck Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B all you want, and I get to sit there and go, wow, she'd be fun to have sex with. She'd be like having to touch. Want to hold her so much. Long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. She's just too good to be true. No, she's not into you, okay? Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion aren't into me. I'm a white guy. I'm not their type. I'm not tall, dark, and chocolate enough. I don't have a big enough penis to keep them satisfied and or happy. I'm like, wow, okay. But with me, no. Law had a tiny butt. Okay. Raquel had a wonderful, ginormous, fun bongo drum butt, right? But Law's butt was just as fun. And me and Law had more fun having sex when we were together because Raquel felt guilty dating me because she was betraying all the great Mandingo black men. And Law was like, all the Mandingo black men fuck around and bring you a dick disease. I like this white guy a lot better. He reminds me of my dad. Okay. It's not my way to love you just when no one's looking. It's not my way to take your hand if I'm not sure. Why doesn't Leonard ever play that song for Penny? Okay. On The Big Bang Theory. Wouldn't that further solidify, okay, all of Beverly Hofstadter's theories? You're funny. I should have been a screenwriter. What can I say? That's what Tina Sandstrom always told me. You should be a screenwriter. My mom used to get mad and tell me that too. You should be a sports announcer, a screenwriter, a comedian, a politician. Yeah, my family gets so mad. Why do you just want to teach and coach and just love it? Why do I just want a simple life to make love with my wife and enjoy my children? Rochester, my money or my life? I'm thinking. I'll take life. And all the assholes with money? No life for you unless you have money. Like, you do know David Rockefeller recording all this, and I'm the guy from the Book of Revelation that could explain religion better than you can and live religion better than you can. And that cartoon character in your head is fucked, no matter how much money you have. All right, well, you have a nice day, asshole. You murdered Justin Nail today with your economics. And I'm pretty sure Patrice Bowen's not far behind. How many more people trying their best to survive in this hell are you going to kill before we can give Killian Nail a healthy world to live in and give Melissa Nail the time to recover from her abuse? Huh? And Punchy time to recover from his back pain from being a constant slave to economics his whole life and working his ass off to care for all the people that he tries his best to care for. Huh? How much longer are you assholes going to think your money's better than the old school money that said talk Jesus, everybody talk and believe in Jesus as a war god cartoon character and kill people over it and say, praise the Lord and pass the tax rebate? And then if you're a liberal, raise your kids to be homosexuals, eliminate their capacity to reproduce, and give them lots of drugs to enjoy it. And the conservatives, we would also like the drugs because we do a lot of drinking and smoking and sodomizing too, but we do it to our wives and our secretary. Please give us the drugs. We can all agree on one thing. We want healthcare and we want drugs. Yeah, I know. I don't want drugs. I want health. And I want to be healthy with people that care. And I don't care what you want because I'm the guy from the Book of Revelation and none of you are. So when any of you guys think you're explaining the Book of Revelation, I am the Book of Revelation. You keep asking for money on TV for it. David Rockefeller hated you, and he's collecting all the evidence, and all your relatives are going to know what a lying, murdering bastard you are. And all of you liberals that say they're lying, murdering bastards, take your drugs, lick your coochie till your kidneys fall apart, or fuck each other in the ass till you die. But as long as you got your drugs, everybody's okay, because suicide is painless, right? MASH? Assholes. You're fortunate I love you and don't believe in luck. All right? Peace.